What's up, USCJ? It's your boy Jaquin. Really appreciate what you're doing for USC culture, man. Go on.
Going on, shout out USCJ, man. Appreciate the support. Shout out to USCJ, you know what it is, nothing but love, man.
Trojan Philly, what's up, man? USCJ here. It's the top of the morning. I hope everybody is getting ready to get up, get out, and make some things happen this morning. Listen, happy Wednesday to everybody. Look, we continue to move and groove, and we're getting some big boys back. They are officially back. It is Jaquin Stewart, a part of that defensive line, man. I'm looking to see him. I want to see him move and groove. I want to see him get in there and establish his footing against a lower tier team, so he can kind of graduate, if you will, to the next game, Purdue. Want to see him kind of get do some of that what Braylon Shelby was doing some of what Cam Fountain was doing. I think it'd be a phenomenal thing if he gets in there and does it. But we got a couple of guys coming back. One in particular that was out was Chasen Johnson. Chasen was dealing with the injury, and that's why we saw the change of the cornerback situation, whether it's DJ Harvey at the nickelback spot or DeCarlos Nicholson, which I do think DeCarlos Nicholson has a lot, but I did feel like DJ Harvey was a guy that had that type of flexibility that can go to the nickelback spot in the event that one of those guys weren't able to play it. I felt like he could, and so DJ Harvey ended up playing the cornerback, which he does a phenomenal job at cornerback. But Chasen Johnson, I mean, some think that Chasen Johnson was going to play that spot, across from DeCarlos Nicholson. We'll see what happens with that. I think the competition is yet going on. I personally don't think that the competition will be established all the way until we probably get to the fifth game. I believe these type of games, well, the fourth game. Let's see. We played the last week against Missouri State. Now it's Georgia Southern coming up. Then it's Purdue. And then, the fourth game. I don't think the competition will all the way be settled until we get to that Illinois game. That's just kind of my opinion. I believe right now they're trying to find the best pieces for all positions. You know that Deontai Lynn and all of those guys, Doug Bell, Coach Reed, they're going to find the best five in the defensive backfield, and that's how that will go. It'll be the same way, I think, with all positions, and I think USC will be well established, and just find out who's the exact second unit, who's the exact first unit, and we can kind of move forward from there. But really, for us, this is just some fill-out games. These are no games that we just take lightly, but these are fill-out games. Also, yesterday from the press conference, there were some interesting comments coming from Eli Sanders. He really, I like the way he talks. He articulated himself very well. But, he was talking about the running back room as a whole. Gave very, very much compliments to Wayman Jordan, all these guys. Miller, he talked about how Miller has been consistent in what he's doing, breaking off those long runs. But here's the comment that really, really jumped out at me. It was the comment about the offensive line. Now, I'm saying that to say that Eli Sanders has been at New Mexico. He's been at Iowa State. But Iowa State, those schools, Iowa State, those schools usually have a pretty decent offensive line. But he used the language, he said, look, this is the best offensive line when they asked him about it that he's ever been around. And I just think that even though a lot of people make reference to our offensive line, one thing about it we do know, we have a massive offensive line. We don't have the most experienced offensive line, but we have a massive offensive line with a lot of potential. And these guys have an opportunity to get out there and move and groove and really make some things happen. And I think overall, most of the PF grades were good, but then, it's kind of hard to judge the PFF grades when some of those guys weren't even in the game for the first half, except for the first half. Just like Jaden Maiava, I saw where a bunch of guys had numbers that they put up. And yes, they have phenomenal numbers, but Jaden Maiava, that was kind of essentially an unfair situation. He only had 295 yards, but he only played the first half, 15 for 18. So I think it's a big difference. But for the most part, I think our offensive line did well. And I think USC's moving and grooving. As to King Miller, it was good seeing King Miller kind of elaborate on the run play and what happened, his brother being involved, and how his brother was a key factor in the big time run. And talked about him being on as a walk-on and just really taking advantage of every opportunity. And I told you guys that we had Bryson Shaw on here, those who watched it live, but Bryson was talking about how he felt like he was better than certain running backs. I mean, he was talking about King Miller is a guy that literally did this all the way extending back to last year. This is nothing new for King Miller. So Bryson, when he got on the live and talked about it, he said, yeah, man, this King Miller is the guy that's absolutely moving the groove, and he's a guy that really established himself as a guy who wants it. And as a result, man, no surprise to him, he breaks out this big time run, and you see the potential, man. I don't know his running, so I'm still trying to figure out what his running style is. Who do we, you always running backs, we always say who do you equate him to? What kind of style does he have? But I said CJ Gable, but I threw that out there. But it's somebody else, and you guys drop the comments. You guys tell me what you think. Who does King Miller run like? Now, the last thing we're gonna deal with is the coaches poll and the AP poll. When you look, the changes that took place, you know that Texas got knocked out by Ohio State. Ohio State number 1 now, Penn State number 2, LSU number 3, Georgia 4. You see Miami there, all the way up to number 5, Oregon 6, Texas still in the top 10. They rank 7. Clemson, they probably number 8. Notre Dame number 9, even though they lost against Miami. There's not much movement between those. You see South Carolina now at number 10, Iowa 11, Illinois at 11. Number 12 is Arizona State, Florida 13, Florida State is 14, and then Michigan 15, Iowa State 16, SMU 17, Oklahoma number 18, Texas A&M 19. Then you have Ole Miss number 20. Bama jumped way down to number 21. I think somebody picked them to win a national championship. Who was that? And then Tennessee number 22. Then you see here Indiana number 23, Texas Tech 24, and then you see Utah at number 25. So you see the top 25. It is what it is, man. I'm not gonna elaborate on that. We actually got moved down from the top 25. For the top 30, I think we went down one spot. I think from 29 a couple spots to 31, and it is what it is. So you guys will drop the comments, man. I think we're not gonna be ranked. The way it looks, we'll see what happens, but the way it looks like we won't be ranked until we get to Illinois. That's crazy. I just think it's set up to fail. It's little margin for error, and that's what it is. And like I said, we have to win pretty much every game to get it done. So you guys hit me in the comments. You guys tell me what you think. The coaches poll is pretty much almost the same thing, slightly different, but I'm not even gonna pull that up. This is just lost in the sauce completely. No love whatsoever. I can point out some teams that we're better than, but at the end of the day, we just got to go out there and get it in and win. So look, till later on, I'm out of here. Fight on.